intervention with this lady. If y'all care about her, y'all might want to tell her to handle things differently online because this ain't it. This wasn't it. This was, baby, this wasn't it. So let's see. Oh, hold on, let me see.
I'm just here to try to get the numbers up.
I don't even care about them damn numbers, you know that. We'll be fine with our 5 little people. We be in here chilling, listening, staying underneath the radar. Okay, hold on. Wake up. Okay, so this says Miss Nitra have a message for Powerful and whomever else. Who is Powerful?
Who is you asking?
Because it ain't me.
We don't know these people.
Okay. I'm gonna need all of us to like work together.
Nah, see, because just like y'all been off on this little minute, we have to.
Yeah,
And I don't know nothing about that message that be going on. I seen you alive. I ain't seen you in a while. I said, let me go see what she over there talking about. And then next thing you know, you tell me get in the box and you go to cussing me out for no reason. You and Bullet.
What the hell you brought me into this?
I didn't even cuss you out. Crazy.
Nice way.
Craziness. But anyway, we don't know any of these people. I mean, some of these people, right? But some of these old characters, Bullet did catch a stray. I really am curious because Messy Talk does this. Hold on. Okay, they made me do the little puzzle thing. Messy Talk does this cycle, right? So for a couple years, you got people being like the kings of Messy Talk. You had Genty, you had all those characters over there, right? Boom. They cycle out because after a while, this shit gets boring. This shit gets lame as fuck. If you, not, I mean, this shit gets lame. Boom. New people cycle in. But Miss Nitra been here for a while. Bitch, it's time for you to cycle out. Like, it's time for you to sit down at this point. Let these little newbies and these little new kids on the block have at it at this point. Like, I'm not understanding. Like, get your shit together with your people over there because it seemed like over in FOE land, it's a lot of lying and scamming and stealing cars and things going on over there. Get your people together. All right. Let me see. Let's see what else went on, guys. You got the wash. Oh, I wanted to also cover. I'm probably gonna take Miss Nitra's thing down. I also wanted to cover this Erica Nicole thing. Why did Erica Nicole not? I won't even say insert herself because that would be foolish to say because everybody inserts themselves, right? But why does she go down memory lane when everything happened with Essence and her son?
Because she don't like Essence. End of that right there. And she did insert herself.
I mean, I think we all insert ourselves. You know, I don't like Erica.
Yeah, but you said in this specific, right? You said that she insert herself into that situation, and that's what the hell she did.
She did.
Because then nobody called her name, and she wasn't on Messy Talk. When somebody said something about Essence and she was going through the shit she was going through, here come Erica.
But I do have questions for Essence. Like, Essence went really hard on a few panels for Trina, even if Trina was not in the right? Why didn't she do the same thing for her son?
Who you asking?
I was just asking in general. I was putting it in there.
Who the hell is her son?
The one dude.
What one dude?
Z? Lee?
Who the hell is that?
Some dude. You know what happened? Let me tell you. So, something happened where, I don't know, this might be a skit. Who knows? We don't know. But Trina forgot to mute And her and Essence was going back and forth about money, and Trina was talking to Essence crazy. Essence was talking to Trina crazy, and it was about money. So Essence's son, who's like 26, hears this clip, gets online on Heartbreakers Live of all fucking people, and then starts to live hop and do these interviews and do all of this weird shit. It was really weird. I don't know. Was too much, honestly. It was really stupid.
Wait, say that again. I wasn't listening.
So Essence's son heard a clip of Trina talking to his mama crazy, and his mama was also talking to Trina crazy over some money. Oh, that's not how it happened, Shell. Oh God. See, I'm getting it wrong.
So that was Shell. Come on in about Shell. Tell us how it happened.
Tell us, because, girl, I'll barely be watching. Girl, come tell us what happened. But anyway, he been going around doing interviews with Heartbreaker and BK, and all the interviews was trash. But yeah, it's weird. Okay, Shell, tell us what happened.
Okay, so Trina was trying to get her baby stuff together for back to school, and I guess she like miscalculated as far as when she has to make her monthly payments to Essence. So Trina forgot to mute, and she was cursing Essence out about that monthly payment she's supposed to be making, saying, "You're not going to take all my money. I got to get my battery for my car and her baby stuff for school." But the way she was saying it was like real disrespectful. So everybody kind of felt like Essence is scared of Trina for letting Trina stay in her house, and she talked to her like that. So when Manny was recapping it, Queen Jules got up and made the comment about, yeah, and the speculation that Trina and your son messed around, like they had sex or something like that. And so then Essence was like, he a grown man, you need to ask it for yourself. And Essence brought her son on the panel. She said, call his name Leo, come up here. And that's how we got introduced to Leo. It's not a clip that he heard until after that. So he was coming up to originally address the whole him and Trina had sex part, and then after that they was like, well, you need to talk to Trina about how she be talking to your mama, she real disrespectful. Then he went back, did his research, heard some clips, went through the bloggers page, found out how Trina be getting down on here, and then he had an interview. His first interview was with HB. And with HB, she basically was like trying to get... Basically, HB got everything, all his business out there. She got, his life, his past, what he got going on now, how he gave it up, everything we needed to know, HB got it out of his ass. So it's really no mystery to him no more. Y'all just got to catch it on the blogs. And then after that, when HB was done, she was like, okay, dear, Leo, I'm done with you. Well, she pronounced him king, and Bray King was supposed to pass the torch over, but that was a little play on words or whatever. And Bray King kind of was doing that one thing like, hey, it's not only gonna be one king, so he supposed to be the prince, or whatever they got going on with the king and the prince thing. That's a whole nother story. But then Bray King did an interview with him, kind of like ending it, squashing everything, and it was too late because HB had already did her one thing. Like the mystery kind of was with HB Live, and then when Bray King tried to hop on it, the thunder was already kind of gone. So Erica, she didn't really insert herself, because if you go to the original, the whole Trina and HB original fallout is the reason why a lot of people don't like Erica anymore. Is when HB was originally fighting with Trina, and she made that comment about the girls that was in Essence house. One of those girls is Ava, and one of those girls is Aubrey. So Erica was in defense of Aubrey because that's her goddaughter. So that's how HB and Erica got into it, and that's why the app kind of fell out with Erica. So she can't really insert herself because she is an original piece of it. She was just bringing it to the forefront. Like, I just want y'all to know how we got here today. And so that's her whole reasoning of bringing her part of it. It's like, let me just show y'all a full circle of how we even got to where it's back how it is right now. And so BK kind of got upset about that, because it really points a lot of fingers to BK, because he's the one that kind of stirred that pot, and he's the one that was originally mad with HB. And then when him and HB got back good, he kind of threw the thunder on Essence and Trina. And then when Essence and Trina got into it, Erica got into it in defense of Essence, and basically that's what happened. But now it's over. Nobody's even caring.
That was a lie. Because I
Yeah.
did see parts of that, right? So what I didn't understand is how was he like? This is how you know, like he's a young nigga for real. Okay, like
Oh, he's definitely a Barbary old nigga. He's definitely 803 to his finest. There's 100 of them in Colombia that act just like him. And I told him that the first day he got up here. I said that nigga from either Broad River or DeKalb Street or Two Notch Road. They act just like him.
wow.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because he's definitely a young nigga. Because my thing is, you can't. He doesn't have the capacity to manipulate Heartbreaker like Heartbreaker has the capacity to manipulate him. And then if your main goal is that you were protecting your mom, which I agree that he should have protected his mom. Like I don't see nothing wrong with what he did, but Essence kind of brought him into the equation, and Essence knows better because you know once you bring someone in for one thing, it's going to open up a can of worms. So she know better.
Well, that's
She
the
been
catch 2020 on the whole thing is because it's been said that he was brought to be a mole on HB for them to get a one up on HB. Because now, he went back to BK them like he cool, he chilling, and he was like, I was really playing you or something HB, and that's HB's last live when she had the thing up of exposing Messy Talk, and she kind of broke it down at how everybody on this app is fake as hell and using one another, and they mad because she want to be independent and she don't want to be in nobody group. So it's been said that he was kind of brought to this app because she knew if it was trouble in paradise, she was gonna, try to get him to kind of split. Like they kind of knew that, and that's kind of what happened when he went originally. But I think HB caught up on it because she said, "Oh, you very smart. I can see how you answering questions." And from then, that's why HB was kind of like, "Listen, don't trust nobody. Don't even trust me. Don't depend on nobody. Don't even depend on me. Because when you in this shit and niggas is doxing you and doing all that stuff to your family, you the only person that gonna have your back. And I'm telling you this, even if I do it." And he was like, "Oh, well, what's wrong with you tonight? Why you giving it up?" So she said, "Let me introduce you. This is HB, and this is how I give it up." And when she did that, I knew she was done with him.
Oh yeah. At that point, she discarded him. She read that book, 48 Laws of Power. That's a book about manipulation. So she learned how to manipulate people. I mean, and sometimes it's impressive. I'm not gonna lie, but it's sad because for him to be like this street dude, like he claims to be, I don't know why he glorifies that. Like he think that that's like cute or something and all that dreary and stuff like that. But he's not very internet smart or street smart at all because whether or not he played into Heartbreaker, you get what I'm saying? And I get it. I just would not have, I don't know. It just didn't make sense. It actually made him look worse because this is the girl who did all of this stuff with your mom and your sister because Trina's in the house. And he kept repeating what Heartbreaker had said. Had not Trina been in the house, I wouldn't have done this to Essence. And I heard him say that a couple times. And I'm like, that doesn't matter. I don't care who in my mama house. You hear me? Leave them out of it. Wait to get that person when they're out of my mother's house. There would be no way I'm sitting with her. But Essence also sits with her too. That's why I think a lot of y'all, I mean, and I like Essence, but a lot of y'all is weird. Ain't no way y'all should be sitting around these people that done called CPS on you, talked about your kids, and done all of these horrible things to you. Like, I really question. Anyway.
You gotta question it because if you actually sit back and you look at it, it's the same people and the same beef every motherfucking week. It's nobody new. It's just a whole bunch of the same people regurgitating the same shit. And you can sit here and name everybody on Messy Talk. They keep going at it with each other, and then a couple days later, they back in each other's panel like ain't nothing happened.
Yeah. And then also, because I've thought about this too, y'all, in my head. I haven't even told, but like this. I don't know. I can't remember. But to me, sometimes I'll be like, is everybody in a group chat together just orchestrating all of this shit?
Clock it,
Said
watch
that.
me, because I've been
I
saying
said
that
that.
since day one when
Yep.
Essence brought her son on the panel. First of all, he got in that panel way too fast. Like he was waiting on her to call his name. Because if Lil was, sorry y'all, it's about to storm. But if Essence's son had not known what was going on, how did he know to get the Manny panel that fast if he's never been to Messy Talk?
And
I said he got on this panel entirely too fast. Like even if she texts him, you still got to get on the app. If Manny is not on your algorithm, you got to go in the search bar, look up Manny. Like he got on that panel way too fast.
also, the only reason I think that it might not be is because Trina said a lot in that interview, but didn't say a lot in that interview. I don't know if y'all
You
caught
wanna know
her,
why? Because
huh?
they need something for the next time they decide to go at it again and try to accumulate some more money, you know what I'm saying, and come into their foundation. It's all a ploy. All them doing this shit for money. That's why they keep attacking each other. Look at the people that's attacking each other.
That shit crazy. Money be having y'all do a lot of things, but
Who the hell is y'all? Me, Cheryl Bullock, and you ain't got nothing to do with this.
Absolutely nothing.
I'm talking about them people, y'all, them other ones, not us. We ain't doing none of that shit for money.
And what I will say is, Erica started something without starting something, because ever since Erica kind of pointed the finger at BK and said you was the orchestrator of all this and this is how it all got to, he then went to the Brenda and Siobhan of it all and basically did that one thing between Brenda and Siobhan as well, trying to make Brenda say something or stir the pot, but then calling Siobhan name. And that kind of showed us his hand. Like, this is what BK do. He likes to triangulate people.
He definitely triangulates people. And he should have never done. What did I drop? He should have never did. Oh, I dropped the speaker. He should have never did that interview because for one, he was so biased, and two, people were saying like it was random. No, that interview was not. If y'all think that was some random shit that it was impromptu. Y'all have to be slow. You have to be slow if you think they had an impromptu interview. And it was horrible because my thing is, if it was anybody else, you would ask some of those messy questions. If you too close to the situation and you know these people, then don't interview them because it's going to look biased. Because treat them how you would treat anybody else. He wasn't clocking nothing. Because Trina basically said in so many words that
My mama feel Essence is the only person that's saying that's not how she feel. They not getting it out of nowhere. Because the son and Erica comments wasn't that too far fetched. So Trina may not believe
People ain't
it,
gonna
but
tell
you
you the
got to
same
take
lie.
heed to something that Essence is, not to say pillow talking because that's what you do in your bed, but it is something that she's kikiing and kakaki on the phone with people who she knows more than what she knows with Trina. She's confiding in her people in her real life a whole lot different than she's confiding with Trina.
True. What you say, King? And where's Susu go? Susu.
I say the elder people says two people ain't gonna tell you the same lie, and this is orchestrated.
Yeah, I can see how it could be orchestrated though too, King. But then, like I said, certain parts of it is like, ooh, I don't know. I don't know if it's orchestrated or not. But I do be thinking like all y'all got each other numbers and all y'all texting each other and y'all just be coming up with drama because it just be so unbelievable sometimes. It just be like, what the fuck? Y'all popped off for that? This is happening? Like every time I tune back in, it's something, and it be ridiculous.
Right.
Like I'm sitting there like, Miss Nature, why are you going off on Susu?
And they from Columbia. I mean, I don't know if it's Columbia, but they from 803 area. And I got a whole bunch of aunties and my grandma. Like, I got a whole bunch of 80. Like, I'm born and raised 803. I know a bunch of them that will look at you in your face and say, "Oh, baby, I love you. Come and get a sweet piece of pie." And then as soon as the cookout over, be on the phone. "Girl, I can't stand her. You seen what she had on? Look a hot ass man. She get on my nerves. That's just how they do down here. They will tell you they love you. "Oh, baby, I'm in love with you. I love you to death." And then when they get in their house, call their sister, call the people who they really rock with, and tell them a whole different story.
Yeah. Susu, did you hear my question? Hi, Susu. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's just been I've been catching like little pieces of just weirdness going on. And I'm like, what the fuck really be going on? Like, I guess I missed so much. It just looked a little bit ridiculous. But let's put this back up. I know I switched gears, y'all. Excuse my ADHD. Let's go back to this one.
Smoking that shit too?
I'm about to. It's the green stuff. Don't judge me. I'm trying to quit. Okay, there we go. Let him do it like that. I'm not trying to quit hard enough. Yeah, we listened to the clip, Susu, and I just don't understand. You're not Ethiopian, so what I just don't understand where the dig like came from. And I just feel like even though you came after her husband, I don't know what happened or whatever. That was my question to you. Like, did you say like her husband was essaying her daughter or granddaughter or something like that? Thank y'all for the live call. That's what we was talking about, Susu. So that's how we got on the subject of you. But then we start talking about other stuff too. Cause
Wait.
well, King was just up here. Bullocks and blocks. It's me. I was talking. Well, you chimed in.
Yeah, and I also know what I'm saying, told y'all off top that Susu didn't send the first shot.
Yeah.
Braid King and Braid was mad at Nitra. Nitra was sending shots at Susu. I do know that much. Now, whatever she said that came after that, it's called a response. It's like in a rap beef. You know what I'm talking about? You're not going to say, hey, you know what I'm saying? When you're doing a rap beef, you can't say that. Nah, ain't no rules of that shit when I'm replying, you know what I'm saying, to your disrespect. Nah.
Uh-oh, Susu. I tried to let you up. And then I'm just going to invite you. I don't know, but I don't even
Hey,
know
y'all,
why.
I'm so sorry. My Wi-Fi was like tweaking. King of Hearts, you got it right. Actually, the lady was kept adding me into the drama, and everybody kept telling her, "Hey, Susu's never said nothing about you. Like, she's never said nothing about you. I don't know if that's a bad bone. I don't know where you're getting that. She hasn't said anything wrong to you." And then one day she was just tired of faking it and was like, "Actually, she don't have to do nothing wrong to me. I don't like her." And I was like, "What the heck?"
And how long did you not come after her before you responded back to her?
I'm telling you, weeks, like weeks and weeks
Really?
and weeks. Yes, weeks and weeks and weeks. I think it was because I'm cool with AJ, I'm cool with Braid. It was like she wanted me to be involved in like whatever she got going on with them. But I actually always said she puts on good events. She's interesting. She's entertaining. She's funny. Like, I've never really had not much negative to say.
Because I thought you liked Miss Nitra at one point.
Yeah, I mean, I never like, I never really went over to her platform or anything like that. Like, I never went over to Diamond's platform, her platform. Like, some of the older people on Messy Talk, like, I never frequented their platforms for real. But I always, when I would see clips and stuff, I thought she was funny and entertaining. You know, never had like nothing bad to say.
Did you really say something about her husband essaying her granddaughter?
No, it
Her
was
daughter?
some information that was no. The granddaughter is crazy because I never said that. I don't know where she got that from. The only thing that ever happened was somebody DM me information and it was the wrong Curtis. So I said it was the wrong Curtis on my platform, probably like 1 minute after I had got the information. And I said, allegedly, this is supposed to be him. And then I was like, actually, y'all, this is not him. It's the wrong Curtis. So
Okay.
I, like within the same, maybe like less than 5 minutes that I received it and I said it, I told everybody that it was the wrong person. And from there, she just been taking off with that. But she's actually the first person to like put my business out there, put my articles out there. Like, she started all of that.
Hey, sister. Thank you for the heart, me, sister. Okay, so when we were listening to the clip, I'm like, Susu said that, and the comments were like, no, I did not hear.
To me, you know.
Thank y'all for hitting the goal, and thank you for grabbing your heart, me. So quick question too. So do you feel like, because to me, she's like an elder to you. I thought she was 60, girl. I didn't know she was in
She
her.
gives 70 for real on the low. Let me not be too shady, but go ahead.
I just found out today. Oh my God. But do you consider her, let me ask you this first. Do you consider her to be an elder to you?
No. We both mothers. We both grown. We both got our own bills. We both married. We both like, I don't see her as, I only give respect where I get respect. She just been disrespecting me from the very beginning. So no, I don't see her as an elder. I see her as an
Well,
older person on this app.
okay, so let me ask this a different way because I agree with you there. I agree with you, but okay, so if she didn't disrespect you, given her age and your age, would you consider her to be an elder in the in the
Yes,
community?
that's how I thought it was from the beginning. I told you I didn't even go over to her parents. I just didn't have anything in common with her. You know what I mean? Like I just thought she was funny from where, but I didn't intermingle with her because I didn't feel like that was my crowd, right? So that's how I viewed her from the beginning. It was like, okay, you an older lady, you got your own lane. I like what you doing over there. I don't have nothing to say about it, you know?
Right. Because one thing I was saying earlier today was like people like Miss Nitra, like the elders, they set the black community back. Like that's how I feel. Because as you being somebody younger, right? When I mean, I done came on this app and did some shit too, responded to people in ways that I probably shouldn't have. But I feel like you're in your 30s or whatever, she's a little bit older. I feel like our responses now when we're 40, 50, okay, she ain't 60, but I thought she was. When you 40, 50, 60, when you 40, 50, 60, I just feel like to me it's a better, I can show you a different way to respond to conflict. And the fact that you don't consider her an elder when she's like 20 years damn near older than you is kind of sad for me because she has that opportunity to show you how to handle that conflict a little bit differently. You get what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
the fact that she's not doing that and the older people on this app are not doing that and they're letting like these clicks, these likes, these views get to their head and they're these content creators and she's self-sabotaging herself before she even gets her new career started. So that's why I had those questions up there like, are they really setting us back? Like, how do you feel being younger looking at some of these older people? Do you think that in general they're setting the black community back?
I just take people as a case by case basis. I cannot say like every young person is not immature, every old person is not mature. That's how I see it. And on this side of TikTok, it's all about clapping back. And I think before I ever existed in this lady's world, she was doing the DOX and she was doing the draggings and the okay with the RACIST people, and you know that those are all things that happened before me. So
Yeah.
that's just maybe who she is. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just kind of who she is. But I do want to give context as to where this even started from. What happened was I recapped a court case that she had about the cruise with Aunt Tracy and the Amanda. And the Amanda saying that somebody took her credit card information and all of that. So I actually recapped that and I was talking about how they mistreated Aunt Tracy. She did not like that recap. From that recap, I think other platforms started recapping that court case as well, and it became a bigger deal. And people started having eyes on them as far as like mishandling of money, and it just became like a spiral thing. Because I recapped that, she started talking crap about me again. But this time, instead of me being quiet, I clapped back. Do you get what I'm saying? So since then, we've been at it back and forth. But it all started because I used my platform to cover their court case. And it was so much wrongdoing done to Aunt Tracy and the way that they handle her in that courtroom. It was almost as if it was like they were ousting her, you know? And I just put light on that. And from there, they just been coming for me and I came back for them. So
Okay, thanks for clearing that up because I was like, I have no idea. You know, I don't be in this messy talk for real, for real. I pop in, I pop out.
oh, I know. I'm like, girl, I can't believe you covering this, but this got me cracking up though, this backdrop.
So you telling me that the
Yes.
only thing you did was gave your opinion
Yes,
and they went straight to hell from there?
absolutely.
Okay, I ain't giving my opinion.
It went from Susu and her ugly self and her little nose and her record and her this and ain't she this and ain't she that? And yes. Simply because I did a recap of a court case. And that was my first time I actually even paid attention to their court stuff over there. I never paid attention to their court stuff. That was my first case that I actually ever like really recapped. And I was like, wait, hold on. They not letting this lady talk. They're silencing her. This YT lady is saying somebody had her credit card information. They trying to stick it on Tracy when really it was other people involved, like Glam and them, that actually did have, the lady's information. Like, I was just poking holes in the story that they were trying to push in that court case. And from there, they just didn't like me, and they started coming for me, the whole panel. So yeah, it was crazy.
Well, you shouldn't be surprised, King, because if you recall, they've been doing this to people that recap and ask questions for a long time. That's how a lot of my beefs got started on this app, simply by just giving my opinion on something and actually being respectful within my opinion about it. So,
so this has happened to you with them?
Oh, this has happened to a bunch of people. Me, first of all,
girl, because
you know me and Miss Nitra got into it before, right?
Girl, because I know, I'm like, you OG for real, so I'm like, I can, sometimes it takes history repeating itself for people to clock in, you know what I mean?
Listen, all I'm going to say is this been happening for a long time. And I told my watch me go toe to toe with all of them. No, I'm better than them bitches. Y'all remember that? This is what I was talking about. Y'all remember? Ooh, they was mad about that.
But that's really where it really stemmed from. And I just never held back. And I think that she didn't know that I was capable of being like this kind of like toe to toe, I've
been in my, sorry, sister. Hey, T. I've been in my AT. Y'all know I don't really be on this shit. But this really got to me a little bit when I was listening to it earlier. Because y'all know, I don't know, my lives wasn't necessarily about mess for real. Like, we had some mess and we had some messy lives and we asked some questions. But within my lives, it's always been about, like, how can we just come together? And this is crazy to me because a lot of the things that I think...
I've always known you to be, no lie. Honestly, yeah. But you could get with the best of them, that's for sure.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted, y'all. I'll cuss you out. I cuss you out. But my lives was never really like about mess and let's be messy. Exactly. You know how I do tea time when something don't sit well, because a lot of things that I heard, and Ms. Nitra comment at Susu, thank you for grabbing that heart me. A lot of things that I heard, it was a lot of misinformation, and it come from a very uneducated place. And I feel like as a Black elder in your 50s, you should know a lot of the things that you were saying were stereotypical things that is not even true. She repeatedly called you Ethiopian after being corrected several times that you weren't even Ethiopian. Mm-hmm. And continued to come after people from Ethiopia. Like, what?
Mm-hmm. That's the thing about it. I'm like, also, that's not a personal offense to me. Like, you could come for, I feel like in war, you can come for me about anything. I don't take offense to much on this internet. I'm not gonna hold you. They done talked about my pregnancy, and talked about my kids, and talked about my husband, everything. Like, that's what they do. So I'm not surprised that she would go that low or do anything like that. All's fair, personally, in my eyes. But you're not offending me. You're offending everybody that comes from a different country, that lives in America, that lives in the Western world, that are, products of immigration or immigrants. Just your ignorant ways is not just, you're not attacking me, babes. You're hurting your platform. You're hurting your supporters. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
And I think that's why, I'm going to be honest with you, like a lot of in messy talk, and I've said this before, like, y'all know I don't give a fuck about bite my tongue. A lot of this is just instant gratification and easy money at the moment. And there's no longevity in the things that people are doing in messy talk. Like her trying to read you by embarrassing herself with the lack of education the lack of response, like it's not going to get you far into where you actually want to be. Like she wants to be a comedian. Comedians in 2025 are being canceled for things that happened years ago and things that have been disrespectful to different communities. So like I'm not understanding like the examples that she's setting, and also being a leader of this family over everything. And to me, I've seen I'm not gonna talk about that, but I just don't.
There's a lot that needs to be worked on within that crew, and that's the thing, that they were going under the radar for a while until I guess you know, recently. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my fault that y'all be being biased and inconsistent and weird over there with regards to like the CULT like behavior that y'all be doing over there. Like, it's kind of like, it almost ended up becoming fascinating for me. After a while, I was like, okay, I am low-key on your ass, but also I'm trying to shed some light to just some weird shit going on over here. There's some real concerning stuff going on over here.
I mean, I've been called that out. Even when, I mean, I called out a lot back in the day. We're not going to go back down memory lane, but we're just not going to. But I'm not surprised either. I'm just surprised that a lot of people in Messy Talk, especially these elders, platforms have grown off of misinformation, has grown off of like coming after younger people, has grown off of acting a fucking fool. I've acted a fool too in a lot of ways in response to people, and I've always stood by like even responses can be wrong, and I get it.
I am not perfect at all in this situation. I done said some crazy shit on this app, and that's why I'm like, I don't care what she said. It's not me that cares. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. Who's this in the box? I don't know this person. Oh, okay. She went away. She might not meant to request. But yeah, girl, that's what we was over here talking about. And I was confused because I'm like, King was talking about it too. But he said that you didn't start it.
Yes. I mean, King of Hearts is right on the money. I did not. I mean, there was multiple times that they went over there and was like, no, Susu did not say nothing about you. Susu did not do this. She didn't do this. She didn't say anything. She don't have a problem with you. She just kept on wanting to have an issue. And I think that, like, for me, it takes a lot for me to respond to people, to be honest, because I just be feeling like whatever, these are fleeting emotions. But when I start feeling like you just trying to come for me,
Yeah,
no, I ain't going. The fuck? I'm not going. Mm-mm.
Also, it just wasn't a read. And I asked the panel this earlier, like, what do you consider to be a good read? Because it's talking about someone's culture or you know, a country or a continent or whatever the case may be. Like, is that truly a dig? Because
No. No. Especially with misinformation, rocks around your ankle and other like baskets on your head. I'm like, what do you understand about the other side of the world? Have you been outside of like where you're from? Have you ever traveled? Like, are you worldly? Like, these are the questions that I have, because like what propaganda are you being fed about like how things are in other places in the world? You can't possibly believe that like that's how people live everywhere in Africa. Like, Africa has 55 countries. I don't know. It's weird.
Nene, I thought she was 60 as well until today, bruh. No shade. I thought homegirl was 60.
72 is crazy work. 72 is crazy.
Shut up, sister. I did. I just thought she was. I was confused. That's why I was calling her an elder. But I also don't think that's a dig too, because to me, like, reading a bitch down is saying, first of all, truthful things. Like, when you just spewing out bullshit, like, at one point, somebody, I won't even say their name. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. There was one time that Sobe called me, like, a bald head bitch one day, right? Like, and my hair is, like, really long. So I was like, that's not really a dig. And to me, if you reading somebody down, I want a reaction out of you. I want you to be upset. Like, I want you to feel that in your soul. And if you're trying to read me down with misinformation and facts that ain't even true, like, I don't even want to respond to you at that point. I legit thought she was 60. Who is Nitra TikTok? Yeah, I heard. And then she called. Anyway, we're not going to go back down memory
Who's
lane.
Nature Talk?
Yeah, somebody just followed me that said Nitra Talk. And I'm like,
That's her.
I've had Nitra blocked.
That's
probably
another
got me blocked
page.
too.
I swear. Her page is called Nature Talk. Another page.
Oh, that Nitra. Nitra, get out of here, girl. You know we got each other back. She
Oh
gonna
no,
be
this
on
is
her
a different one. Oh, this is a different one. I thought it was Nature Talk. Okay, never mind. Sorry, Nature TikTok. This picture. What is this? You know what?
I keep trying to let certain people up. User unknown or name user
Yes,
unknown.
she went on. I think she went on the panel today with Nature.
I was trying to let her. Yeah, somebody. I'm trying to let them up, but it just keep. Maybe you were making a mistake. I don't know. But oh yeah, username unknown. I was trying to let you up, love. I don't know who you are or what keep happening. Not that it matters.
Honestly, I know how this thing goes. That's why I don't feel no way about what she said. It's gonna be like, can't police respond. There's gonna be people who say, you know, she's justified and what she said. Me personally, I feel like whatever. I can eat you up on other things. I don't. That's not my avenue, the way that you do things. But I can't imagine that going well for her in the future.
No, I can't either. Are you going to respond to her? Like that's my next question for you. Are you even going to respond to
Do
this?
you know what made her go on this tangent?
Something about you talking about her husband?
Well, no. I actually got sent a document from 2008 of her. Well, she said, first of all, that mine was somewhere locked up somewhere, which is completely false. Never had those silver bracelets on him ever. But so somebody sent me a divorce from 2008 that she had in a temporary protective order that she had against her husband. And then they sent me child support, contempt of court against her husband for a child that he had while they were together. But then I found out that he was actually married prior to her during the time that said relationship was going on. So that's why she's mad. Really, that's why she's mad.
Okay.
So we found out that she's a side chick. That's all. Well, she was a side chick, her wife. So that
Why
is
we
why.
so messy? Why we so messy?
Do you see why now? Why that rant happened? Yeah, that's why that rant happened. So do I need to clap back? I'll clap back after she addresses that.
Now, see, that's a read down because if that information is true, baby, I done read you down with the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I used to do to people who used to come.
Yeah, she always say she been with this man for 32 years. I'm 32 years old, which means 1993 you was with this man. But interestingly enough, you have children after 1993, not with him, right? Come to find out, he was married in 1993, divorced in 1996, had a child in 1998 with his ex.
That's why she tried to go on and talk about you and bring up your family, which I heard you say like you didn't care because you had already showed and talked about your family before, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Okay, Mocha, why do you see? Here's the thing, Mocha. I don't think that it's all ages setting the Black community back because I feel like as elders, your responsibility in the Black community is to teach and guide people, right? And so when you're in your teens, when you're, young in your teens, in your 20s, in your 30s, I feel like that's when you need the most guidance. A lot of us are not taught how to be emotional we're not taught emotional intelligence. We're not taught how to handle conflict in a healthy ways. We're not taught how to express our emotion in healthy ways. It does apply to TikTok. I don't know why y'all think it doesn't apply to TikTok when TikTok has all these real people. We're not robots, right? So you can't teach what you don't practice, and you can't teach what you don't know. And as an elder, when you become a certain age, you should know these things. Everyone isn't receptive, cool, but you can't teach me shit if you on here acting just as bad as the 20, 30-year-olds. You get what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, I
And
just
that's
realized I'm a
why.
goddamn elder.
What you say, King?
I just realized I'm a damn elder. Son of a
I know. Oh
bitch.
my God. That's what I had. That's why I had to get up off of here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you control your own behavior, but to me, I have a responsibility to, not only myself, but also to my community. And maybe y'all don't think like this as elders, and I think that that's the sad part, and I think that's where we're lost at, right? Because to me, the older I get, I'm like, damn, not only do I have a responsibility to myself to make sure I'm emotionally intelligent and I'm responding in ways that's like healthy. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know. And I feel like these younger people, these 20-year-olds are looking at us in our 40s. I don't want to be that, when they should be looking at us like, I want to be that. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I just think, no, I'm sorry, but the elders are setting us back, because Ms. Nietzsche's response was completely uneducated. And as an elder and somebody that is 50, got to get it together, and 20 years her senior, she should know better. Your parents should be the example as well, but also a community. That's the point of a community, right? And TikTok and your real life are not two different things. And I think that that's the problem on this app. I think that y'all try to, and this is why I couldn't fit in with that whole messy talk and all of that stuff, because y'all not being authentically yourself. You're being a fake person online. And so, like, when you're being this fake person online, that's who you are at the core. Period, point blank. Who you show up as, whether it's online or not, like, get it together. Because some of y'all showing up online, and I would never even want to get to know the real you, because you're showing up as an uneducated, emotionally unstable, not able to handle conflict. You're showing up literally just being fucking stupid, right? Like, y'all be looking silly as fuck. I used to look
But
silly as fuck too
let me be
sometimes.
honest though. There is no, technically they have made this space a no rules space.
Oh, hold
Yeah.
on, real quick. Chef Drama Llama, an elder is but if you 20 years somebody senior, you're an elder to them, in my opinion. But elder is subjective to what other people think too, though. Okay, sorry, Susu, go ahead.
I was just saying there's been a blanketed rule that there are no rules. That's why I'm not complaining about anything, because I'm not holding back on her. There's things that I probably won't do just because I won't do it, or I won't say it. That's just personal choice. But essentially, the blanketed rule on the side of the app is anything goes. So, I'll go ahead, Shell. Sorry, baby.
No, I was just gonna make that point. Is I can understand where you coming from, watch me, but at the same time, we have to know that, when people say know who you dealing with and accept that reality. On this side of TikTok, nobody can say, the higher road. Nobody can say what morals look like. Nobody can say what a good compass is supposed to look like. The people who actually have successful marriages, they get drowned out. The people who actually have thriving businesses, nobody wants to listen to them. The people who actually got the voice, they don't get the microphone. It's the people that do contain the drama. It is the people that, that do contain, that's the majority here on this side of the app. And when they have these type of conversations, they say, well, why are you still here, or go on the other side when you've built so many relationships on this side? So you don't want to leave the people who you built relationships with. You actually just want to encourage them, like, hey, it don't always have to be like this. But that's the culture here. Nobody can't tell nobody nothing without it being wrong. You cannot say, you know what, and again, let me tell you something, Susu. I don't have nothing, no dog in no fight. I don't have, but as a pregnant woman, I just wanted to see you happy. I wanted to see you.
Oh, honey, I am.
I
The
wanted
thing
to
about
see
it
you
is,
go
this is a
above the
business for
BS.
me. This is just a money making thing for me. You know, I don't think about, like, I don't carry the beef or the arguments that I have on this app into my real world. Like, I'm very happy, actually.
Right.
Like,
So like, but what I want people to understand is, in your real life, we're not privy to that. Right? We're not privy to what's off the app, like the beauty and the bliss of your real life, if it's never been shown. If all we see you is, oh, another person coming at Susu getting in the pain with another person. Yeah, I know she's this far along in her pregnancy. The baby shower is coming up. If we've never experienced that, that's not something that we're going to perceive. So when we do see Susu, all we remember is, okay, she
but
used
I
to be.
also don't know you guys in your personal worlds and what's going on in your life. So for me, that is where my boundary is. You don't need to know my happiness. I'm only here for the entertainment. And if it is to entertain you, I'm also receiving my own coins from that. So
Right.
it's like, that is
That's why I
not,
say you
I
have
feel
to
like
live
that's
in
a
our
boundary that
reality.
I have
Right.
anyway. That's why my husband's not on the app. That's why my child is not on the app. That's why my
You see that?
family's not on the app. You don't need to be privy to know my real world, my real life, my real anything. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
And I can understand that, because that's the
you don't
reality
know
of this
Edna,
app.
you know Susu's world.
Well, that's
You get what
the
I'm saying?
reality of this side of the app. It's not safe to do so on this side.
Correct.
With around these people, that boundary that you put up is very like it makes common sense, because on this side, people will use that against you, and you're not safe enough to show and experience that. So we're never going to see it, and you're never going to be able to see us. So all we know is these characters. So when people say, "Oh, it's just TikTok, you're just a character," it's because we're never going to meet the real people. It's for
Okay.
entertainment.
I see what you're saying. But I'm like Susu, because when I was doing like lives, I mean, people still don't even know what my real name truly is. Some think it's Sabrina, some people think it's Drea. We'll never know. But
Correct.
they
I
don't
do
even know
want to
my
ask if any of my supporters are in here. What is the one thing that I always tell y'all when it be people arguing and fighting and bickering and all of that? What's the one thing that I tell y'all to always do? And hopefully they're in here to answer that question, because this place is not meant to be taken seriously. Like, this is not the real world. This is like, there you go, London. Just sit back and be entertained. Like, don't get your feelings wrapped up in it.
Did
Don't,
young
like,
llama just dox me? Oh my God. I know.
I don't think it's necessary for any of us to know each other's personal life. Now, that's why the element of doxing is so, like, taboo and so interesting, because then you get to know more about the person behind this profile, right? But ultimately, I'm just a character on TV. Like, take it like that. Just take your feelings and, like, your assumption of, like, what someone's real life is, and just see them as a character, and it makes life easier.
And see, and here's my thing, real quick, Shell. Something that you said was important to how, because I called this out earlier, and I think that this is a walking contradiction within Messy Talk. Because anytime something happens or whatever, like Miss Nitra did this response to you or whatever, and then people are playing it and saying, oh, this is wrong and this is xenophobic, because I like the fact that you said, Susu, like, this side of the app, anything goes, so how can I be upset? So then my question is, then why do people hold these lives? And it almost seems like accountability lives, it almost seems like morals, but Messy Talk has said that they don't have no motherfucking morals. So then when situations like this happen, to where Ms. Nitra is being xenophobic, she's not setting good examples, you know what I'm saying? She's disrespecting all of these people. Why does it matter?
I mean, will it?
I know it don't matter to
Anything
you,
ever
but
come of it? Is my point. Is there anything has anyone been truly successfully canceled?
no. I don't believe in
It's
cancel.
like,
I don't believe in cancel culture anyway either. It don't happen.
right. So I'm like, the uproar and stuff, it's for y'all. You get what I'm saying? You guys are receiving it. You're watching it. You're receiving it. For me personally, I say what I want to the lady. So if she decides to go on this angle of it.
Oh, Bella, you was canceled a little bit. You was, girl. I forget. They did. They tried. I don't think you were ever truly
Put no
canceled. I think
3K
you
every
tried.
Sunday, girl.
I don't think
Cancel
Bella
don't
was
exist, girl.
canceled.
You ain't canceled.
I think you just reset for season 2, season 3. I don't really think you got canceled, Bella. Because we were still over there. I think the majority kind of left for a little while, and you just had to have like a hard reset. I want to say that. I wouldn't say cancel.
No, I don't think you were canceled, Bella.
Yeah, I don't think you were canceled. But okay, so going to the Bella of it all, right? That's we've been, introduced to certain things, and Bella's like, I don't think Bella is too much different on the app than she is in her real life. So is Bella a character, or is this her real life? Because when she goes to blow, like say for instance she has another fallout, is she having a fallout with the